with a name like Oslo Tapes and an album like probably pronouncing that wrong. I always assumed that this band was obviously from, kind of the Nordic or Scandinavian regions. So it's a great surprise to me to find that they are, in fact, Italian. If you're a big fan of Pelagic Records stuff like I am, then this should be a treat. I actually have the album that this song is from, and I've listened to it a couple of times, but it's one of those albums that I put on whilst I'm like cooking or something like that. So actually learning each of the individual tracks when you have something that's kind of post-rock, post-metal, atmospheric, instrumental, they kind of all the tracks blend into one in a kind of wonderful tapestry. But it makes it much harder to pick out individual tracks. I was asked by one of our viewers to check this song out and give it a bit more focus, and it's got a video, and I love this album, so let's do it. I don't know what this is going to sound like other than a vague understanding of the structure and the sound of this band generally. They're a trio, they're signed on Pelagic Records. This came out like 4 years ago, so the vinyl is very much available, and you can get the album on, kind of your usual, in your usual locations, or just like physically buy it so that the guys actually get some money. So yeah, welcome back to the Dark Orb Rocks, the show that takes you from the dark roots of heavy metal across the oceans of atmospheric instrumentalism like this one, for landing into the crater of awesome blues rock. My name's Phil. If you enjoy, like, subscribe. We're going to check out Norwegian Dream from Oslo Tapes, and hopefully this is going to blow everyone's mind. I know it's going to be fun. Let's do it. Video is wild already. I like it. Don't know if if this guy is actually Marco from Oslo Tapes, or maybe the other guys, or maybe no one. Maybe they're just actors. I don't know. Do you know? I really like the use of stereo on this. It's not just all saturating and in mono. There's some great stuff going on. Anyone else ever watched the show Farscape way back when? It kind of reminds me of Stark, the character from Farscape. Got a half mask on. Kind of a string, almost like a drone, but strings in the background there. Very Constellation Records-y, like Esmerine or something like that. But the vocal layer as well is great. I don't think I picked that up when listening to this whilst cooking. Like a vocoder or something in place. Oh, that's unfortunate. Come on, push up, strengthen your back muscles, pull the core in. Fingers up the nose. Ooh, okay. Bit violent. Oh no, you're gonna get it in his hair. As someone with long hair, this is already freaking me out a little bit. Eyelashes as well. Nah. Oh, still got a face. Wow, and that was the end. I omitted the credits. So directed by Marco Di Bartista and performed by Nicola Antonelli. So yeah, not Marco from Oslo Tapes. That was really cool, and I do not directly recall that track. I must have heard it because I've heard that album a few times. Probably just blends into the wider piece of music that is, or it's claimed on their website, oslotapes.it, that it's the third album from the avant-rock trio, and the album keeps what the word promises, which means, or apparently means, sorry guys, I do not speak Norwegian, can you tell? It's Norwegian for dizzy or confusing. And that's the kind of the aim, I guess, of this album. So a dizzying ride through a feverish dreamscape of imaginary Norwegian highlands painted in cubistic shapes with hypnotic bass lines, repetitive drum patterns, new wave synths, and psychedelic guitar textures covering the full width of the stereo room, all seamlessly woven into a gloomy kraut tapestry, which sounds refreshingly modern while paying tribute to the aged genre. I thought that was pretty cool, and the album is great, so I definitely suggest to check it out. There are a few tracks, in fact probably the whole album actually is on YouTube. Also check them out on other music, what's the word I'm looking for, streaming sites. I'm sure that they're available on at least one of those. Go to Bandcamp if you can, or acquire the album through physical media so that these guys get some money for their hard work. It's pretty cool, right? So I thought it was awesome, really interesting. The soundscape is brilliant. If you want that kind of music to zone out to, then I don't think you can really go wrong with that at all. But let me know what you thought, and if there's a track that I should be checking out either by Oslo Tapes or by any other band, please let me know down in the comments below. Always love bringing new music to old ears. So without any further ado, thank you so much for joining. I hope you had fun. Please let me know down in the comments what we should be doing next. And until next time, please make sure that you've got your earplugs to hand and that you are always going to rock. Take care, everyone. Thanks very much for your time.